Okay, so the second part we say ahamkara is the identity. So what is identity? From the time you are born till today, whatever years you are, let's say 20, 30, 40, 50, you collect identities. I am a boy, I am a girl, I am a man, I am a woman, I am a Russian, I am American, I am German, I am this and I am that, I am a teacher, I am a businessman. These are the identities that you gather, right? So in your whole lifetime, you gather many different identities, right? This is part of ahamkara. This is ahamkara, okay? Your identities. Now this is also translated as ego, okay? But ego is not the closest translation. Closest is identity, because ego is a part of the identity. Yeah? For example, you identified saying, I am a man, right? And then you say, that's the identity you gather. And then you say, I am a rich and a powerful man. That's the ego, right? So ego is a part of the identity. I am a woman. It's an identity. I am the most beautiful woman on the planet. Is the ego that is coming up. Yeah? So ego is a part of the identity, right? So what is wrong with these identities? There is nothing wrong if you keep dropping them on and off. Yeah? You are a man, it functions, it's good to explain to other people that you are a man or a woman. So it's okay to have such identities, but you should drop them when you go to sleep, when you're about to sleep. Yeah? Because when you are sleeping, it doesn't matter, because the soul is outside the body. Our soul does not have a gender, because it's the same light that is in you is in me too, right? And it does not have a gender. The only reason why we are identifying this with a gender, because right now we are inside a body of a man or a body of a woman. Yeah, that is why we identify ourselves. Let me give you a beautiful analogy, an analogy from a yogi about this soul and the body. Okay, so let's say we have the same divine energy that is in me and that is in you and that is in her. We have the same divine energy, right? So we call it my soul, your soul, and his soul, right? The dusha is a Russian word. We call it soul. And we say it is my soul, it is your soul, and it is his soul, and that is her soul. But when the soul comes out of the body, it is no more your soul and my soul, because it is coming from one energy. It is coming from one divine energy. So you have a little bit of divine energy, you call it my soul, because it is in your body, right? So let me give you an analogy for that. Let's say if I give you balloons. Balloons, balloon, when you blow the air in the balloon, right? So all of us has a balloon. I give one balloon to you, one to you, one to you, one to you, and one to all of you. Yeah. And I also have a balloon, okay? And then I say, okay, let's blow air in the balloon. So we blow the air in the balloon, and then we hold the balloon. And then you say, this is my balloon, okay? And you say it is my balloon, and you say it is your balloon. So everybody has their own balloon, right? And then I say, now release the air. So everybody releases the air inside the balloon. Yeah? After 1 minute, you cannot say this is my air and this is your air and this is her air. Yeah? Because it is the part of the atmosphere or the thing. Similarly, soul is like that. Till the time it is in your body, you can say this is my Adusha. Okay? Or my soul. Yeah? But once it is out of the body, it's no more in the balloon. It has become a part of this divine energy. Yeah. So once we have this awareness of that the soul which is in me is in you too, and it's the same thing, can I differentiate between you and me? I will treat you the same that I will treat myself. Yes. Just because we don't have this awareness at the moment that we are the same energy, we say this is you and this is me. It's okay. There's no problem with that. Yeah. This is my body and that is your body. That's perfectly okay. Yeah. But if you based your whole life on this is you and this is me, we are not going to have a peaceful world. Yeah. So identity is okay as long as you know that it is an identity. Yeah. You have an identity card, we know that this is you. All right. But beyond that, you should know that we are a part of a big divine energy, right? And we will become one today or tomorrow. Yeah? Once you leave this balloon. Yeah? So these are the things nobody teaches in an educational system. Nobody trains the child that this is how life is. They will tell you about everything. About mathematics, about geometry, about chemistry, about biology, about every damn thing. But not about this. Right? So then you have smaller identities. Right? Now let's talk about identities in detail. Yeah? So you gather different identities as and while you are growing. Yeah? Then whatever you identify with, your intellect will function only to protect that identity. Yeah? This is a very important point. If you collect, let's say, 5 identities, okay? You might have collected 5,000, but I'm just saying if you collect 5 identities, I am a man, I am a software engineer, I am American, I am a vegan, right? I am feminist, okay? 5 identities you collected. Your intellect will work only to protect these 5 identities, right? For example, let's say you identify, I am a woman, okay? Or I am a feminist. If I say anything against feminist, your intellect will work to protect that. Because you identified yourself with feminism or feminists. So if I say anything against feminists, your intellect will bombard you, to protect that. And because that's how intellect functions. That's how the buddhi functions. It protects the ahamkara. It protects the identities that you're gathering in your lifetime. So should you not be careful to gather what identities you want? And you know that identity is detachable. It is not attached to you throughout. So if you are in a state of awareness, you will not be attached with your identity and your intellect will not function around only that area because you have now small identities. I am this, I am that, right? I am a coffee person, I am a tea person, right? So your intellect will work only on that, right? You will not try healthy juices because you are a coffee person, right? I'm just giving an example how you can be attached, right? So identity is an instrument which allows intellect to function in a certain way. So it is an instrument and it will allow your intellect to function in a certain way, right? If you have gathered very, very small identities, then your intellect will also work smaller, right? If you gather a big identity, then it will work bigger. Let me give you an example. In this culture, in this country, a few hundred years ago, we had a school system called Gurukul. So when the students would go to the schools, they were given the biggest identity on the planet. You are not a man, you are not a woman, you are not a boy, you are not a girl, you are not this and not that. It was said, Aham Brahmasmi. Aham Brahmasmi. Aham means I, Brahmasmi means universe. I am the universe. So you are not an Arambolian at the moment. You are a universal being. You are not a Russian, or you are not an Indian, you are not an American. You are a universal being. So if you have the biggest identity on the planet, your intellect will work to protect that identity. And then you will protect the whole universe, not just your house or your family. Yeah? If you identify yourself with I, this is me, then your intellect will function only to protect this I. Okay, let's say you become a little bigger and you say, this is I and this is my family. Okay? So your intellect will become little bigger and will protect you and your family. Okay, let's say you become a little bit more bigger and then you say, this is my community. Then your intellect will function only to protect that community. Right? You go a little bigger, I am from this religion. Then you will protect only, let's say I am a Christian, I say. Then I will protect only, then my intellect will function only around that. And then you say I am an American, then your intellect will function only around to protect America. So this is why in this culture they gave you the biggest identity on the planet. I am the cosmos. I am the universe. And then you think your intellect functions in the most broader perspective. You have a bigger perspective.